Hello, everyone, and hope everyone's having an awesome Tuesday. Welcome to Last Horizon, where our wonderful crew of the Possibility their job has gotten a lot tougher. Simple job, supposed to go right, pay off their ship, but while the pickup went all right, what they didn't necessarily count on was hostile takeover by a pirate armada. And wishing
You
them
can't
luck.
account for everything.
Yep. Well, wishing them luck surviving this next encounter, because we are coming back in the middle of some combat. But first of all, let's introduce our crew. Where's Cleric?
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm a Cleric of Cord, and I am playing Dahlia, who is an expert in guns. That's her job. She's weapons, and she's looking forward for a chance to use them.
Awesome. Hopefully, yes, you are the expertise, and I'm guessing they're going to need that. But maybe, someone that Dahlia has trained, and that training apparently paid off, was Marco. We got first.
That's right. I am Colin at Colonomicon. I'm going to be playing Marco, who is not an expert in guns, but is highly effective when need be, as we learned last time. I am actually our pilot. I am the pilot of the spaceship Possibility, and I'm looking to get back to it and get the hell off this planet as soon as possible.
Hopefully you'll be with flying with your specialty. Did such a good job getting into the planet. And speaking of the ship, our wonderful captain. Okay.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, and I am the one who's supposed to act as if I'm the captain. If for some reason, whenever I try to act like I am the captain of the ship, everyone seems to give me grief and problems, which is something I think we're going to have to deal with a little bit once we get back on the ship a little bit more.
Yeah. And speaking of Bahar was the one who bravely took first shot at the Marauders last time.
Graybeard Severn. I'll be playing Fahar tonight. Fahar doesn't know anything about guns. He's got a little power fist that he uses for combat, and he did strike first blood because, well, there was no other move.
We're going to talk about this. You and I are going to have a serious talk about this when we're back on the ship. When, not if, when.
Oh yeah, they'll be fine. Once survival is assured, probably gonna be some talks, I'm guessing. And
yeah, we may need to talk about taking initiative thing without waiting for orders.
Mm-hmm.
A good crew is well trained enough that they can anticipate their captain's orders.
That is true.
That's what we did. That's what we did.
I mean,
and
took your bargaining power up by about a third, so that's good. And sadly, Megan, our resident AI robot, could not be here, so your help. And so Zoe will probably be put into passive mode for the time being. Also, maybe make sure the ship isn't stolen. She controls the ship as well, unless Marco's flying. And before we get into it,
I was gonna say, is she like an automatic car starter? Is that essentially like, is she keeping the ship warm right now?
Maybe.
You're only saying that because she's not here.
Only because she's not here. I am sad that Megan is not. Marco is ecstatic that Zoe's not here. I am sad that Megan's not here. Colin is sad that Megan's not here.
Well, before we get into it and figure out the fates of this lovely crew, the Possibility, I'm gonna throw back some info from Past Charlie.
Past Charlie here to tell you about a few of our sponsors. Fantasy Grounds is our virtual tabletop of choice, providing us access to roles, tokens, maps, and more. You can try it today for free at fantasygrounds.com. While you're there, why not check out Fantasy Grounds Unity? World Anvil is a remarkable resource, whether you're a writer, GM, or player, organizing your campaign notes or building an entire world. Get forging today for free at worldanvil.com. And before we get into today's game, we'd like to shout out our friends at Andrews McMeel Publishing, who published the wonderful game Zweihander. If you haven't checked that out, you can catch it here on Wednesdays. We'd also like to mention Modifius, who manage and produce a wide range of RPGs. Whether you feel like being Dishonored, exploring a tale from the loop, or boldly going with Star Trek adventures, why not check out Modifius.com.
And thank you, Pastor Charlie. And we start today, the crew are possibly on their job to the distant planet of Menkor, where our pilot Marco expertly piloted the ship through a debris field surrounding the planet. They landed and met with their contact, Dr. Hrok Dolsofi. And having snuck into a warehouse where the artifact that they were supposed to be taking back to Coriolis was held, managed to snag it, and as they were planning on escaping the warehouse, an insurrection by the nominally in control pirate fleet had decided the Chique armada decided to take control over. So we pan to the planet, and above the planet we see a fleet of purple and gold ramshackle ships firing on escaping consortium ships leaving the system. As we go on to the city, we zoom up onto the crew of the Possibility engaging in a gunfight with similarly clad in gold and purple mercenaries, pirates of the Chique Armada, where our wonderful pilot Marco managed to snag one of the three in the neck, and he goes down in a pool of blood. And that leads us to one down, two to go. And next in action is Vidalia. What are you gonna do?
Professional streamer, y'all. She's going to unsling that carbine. Well, she's got it unslung, and she's going to take aim at the one that hurt her friend Fahar.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a bonus of 1, which gives me an extra dice. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be 9 total. 4, 5.
Yep. And all you need is a
7,
6,
8,
and
9.
extra 6s gets crits.
That is 2 6s.
Nope. Yep, 2 6s. And what is the? Does that reach the crit rating of your
Yes.
weapon?
Yep.
Ah.
Crit rating is 2. Wait, no. Crit rating is 2, so I have to have 2 extra 6s, correct? Beyond the one
Yes.
that I need to hit. Okay, so no, I do not hit that.
Okay, so what is the damage of your?
It is 3.
It's 3, and what do you want to do with that extra 6?
Are they holding a weapon?
They are both holding similar carbines as you do, long rifles.
I'd like that shot to hit him in the shoulder and take out his just take out his arm so that it's useless. He drops his weapon.
Nice.
All right, and that's the one that shot at Fahar, right?
Correct.
Ah, good. Excellent.
Oh, I thought I shot the one that shot at Fahar. I thought that guy was already down.
Yeah. There's two of them. There's one that was that got punched, and
Yeah.
there was another one that was just
Right.
Yep.
all right. So how much was that total again? Sorry.
That's a total of 3 damage, and he'll drop the
All right.
weapon.
All right, he drops the weapon, and he has taken 1 point of damage. All these two have body armor, so they'll negate a little bit of that. But you did wing him pretty.
Nice.
That was the intent.
And with that, the next one is actually it's his turn. So what he's going to try and, since Fahar is in front of him, going to try and
Fahar.
grapple you. Possibly use you as a human shield. So that is going to be melees. So he's going to be rolling 4 dice. He's going to try and grab at you. We'll see how well he does. Ooh. Right now. Yep. So he manages. And you had only punched him, right?
Yep.
That means you have 1 action point left.
Oh.
Do you want to react?
Get out or shove him or try to
Yep.
get away?
Mhm.
All right. And force or agility, or how do I do that?
We'll go with whatever one you feel like Fahar would. So it's
All
either
right,
going to
yeah.
be this by brute force, or he's going to try and be as slippery paw, try and dodge.
He'll I guess he'll dodge. Let's try that. So agility. Okay. Just had to check the dice. Oops.
Come on, Space Rat.
Hiya!
Oh!
There it is.
Alright, so it might have been the fact that you rattled him with that previous thing. Like, he was just a little too slow, so he just kind of like ends up just kind of like going through the motion, kind of grabs it, but you're just too fast. And,
dude.
yeah. Alright, next. Oh, and, thanks, Doc, for giving,
Whoa.
Marco and Charlie for giving everybody extra bonuses.
Look at
You might
this.
need. Yes, thank you. And so that leads us to, that was the bottom of the round. And it is the other mercenary's turn.
You're muted, Hawk. I don't hear you.
Have I gone yet? I don't know if I
think
have
you
yet in
went-
the first round.
Did you not go in the first round?
Yeah, you
I
went
don't
early in the
remember.
round.
Yeah, you went. I thought
Okay.
you went in the middle of that. You're in I think the
Yep.
big.
Okay. I couldn't remember, so I just wanted to make sure. I
There were
couldn't
so
remember
many-
where
you-
it was
you-
on the initiative list. So
Y'all got like a ton of 6s and rolled super well on the initiative, so it must have been in there.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember, so I just wanted to make sure.
While we're talking, are these insta-crits up over here?
These will give you bonus. 2 bonus dice in there.
Oh, okay.
All right, so next, top of the round, it's the second mercenary who just saw Marco gun down her buddy.
And I do it again.
If there is again, so she raises
Don't talk
that
like that.
carbine and takes a shot at you. And it misses.
Not today, son.
Not today.
Slippery Marco.
Mm-hmm. Just goes wide. Just doesn't. Like, you may have heard the bullet just fly by, but it didn't hit you. There's no blood.
Maybe a little bit of hair.
That just leads to Bahar. It's your turn.
All right. I will once more try to let him have it with the old power fist. And, okay. Five. Let's nada. Nothing. What?
Okay. Do you want to pray
Oh,
to the icons?
No, he's
For reference from the previous session, I have one dark point left to make their life more complicated. And
Yeah,
that's probably
no,
good. It's probably a
It's
good,
just-
good sign.
just a fight. You know, he so far the guy didn't shoot his. Oh, I did get shot once. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
you
that's.
are.
I guess that's fate. I'll take the fate. We won't roll the icon. We'll save
mean,
it
you
for
haven't-
when I'm dying.
That's usually good. That's also, you don't want me to make this situation complicated at this exact moment. So,
Yeah, last time we gave you darkness points, planet got invaded, so I think we're good.
oh, that was the retweet. But
Oh, well, thanks, guys. Thank
That
you
was
out there,
the
Chaos
reason,
Guys.
but these particular gentlemen, this particular group did come from the dark, so it's good to be cautious. So after that, it is William. It's your turn.
All right, so we have two of these mercenaries left. Are they both at the back door there, or is one of them coming from another direction? I can't remember for sure.
So far, it's just these two. This group.
Okay.
The guards in the warehouse have not made an appearance.
Okay. So I'm
And
going to
with
pull
the-
out my
And it says that, and with the round of gunfire, you're not entirely sure that they're going to come. They're going to get here. 'Cause there are other
Probably
things.
not. So I will go ahead and pull out my Vulcan PDW and take a shot at the one that tried to take out my pilot. See, I like to have my pilot around. I don't want my pilot laying face down in the dirt. I want him sitting up in the cockpit ready to fly. So I'm
Yeah,
going to take
yeah.
a shot at him.
Because if he's
Can't argue with that.
The ship,
So that will be ranged combat agility.
which one are you? Yep.
It's a Vulcan PDW.
Oh no, which of these two?
Oh, the one that shot at Marco.
All right, that's the fresh one so far. Yep.
Yeah.
So Lady Godfish.
So I get. So that'll be 4.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's +1 bonus on here. Does that apply to the roll I do here as well for the weapon?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought it did. Just wanted to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Of
5.
course.
Let's see if my rolling does a little bit, maybe just slightly a little bit better than what I was doing last week. Of course not.
No. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no. Gonna
All
let
right,
that go.
I am not going to bother with the faceless at this time. I will not make a prayer to the icons.
Faceless has not done you incredible favors on this planet.
Captain, you will be spending more time in the firing range when we get back to the ship.
Me and the faceless one gonna have to have a little bit of talk about why this planet seems to be forsaking me. He's forsaken
faceless
by
one.
him, or at least he's forsaken me.
The faceless one moves in mysterious ways, Captain.
All
And
right.
he's getting more mysterious all the time, and I can't say that this is the kind of mystery I like to read.
Don't blaspheme the faceless. Maybe that's why they can't. Maybe that's why they haven't come to your aid. And that's next. So our big talker, Marco. It's your turn.
Yeah,
Can you
Big
do it?
Talker's gonna do some really quick big talk. I have my pistol raised. I just shot this guy in the throat. the guy that just tried to take a shot at me, I'm going to point my pistol at this guy and say, I just took out your buddy, man. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Put it down. Any reaction from this guy?
Which one are you pointing at? Are you pointing at
the guy who just fired like a carbine or something at me?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to burn one of those.
Okay.
My pistol, I have a 5 in agility,
Mhm.
2 in range combat. My pistol is a +1 plus that, so that is 96.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm gonna aim at this bro. How you like me now?
Mhm.
Boom.
I didn't want to do it. He was warned. So
Alright.
that is just 2 6s though, so that's not gonna be. Oh, that is a crit for me.
Wait, is it
My crit-
Wait, is
my-
it crit? One?
My crit is 1. Yeah.
Oh my. It's an evil pistol. I will say that. All right. So
Thank you,
that
Dahlia.
means. Ooh. So why don't you give me a roll of 1d66, and we'll see how
All right.
dangerous.
So
You know what? So far. You
here
walked
is
the walk.
1. Here's our tens place. That's pretty good.
Oh boy.
53.
53. All right. Let me just bring that up.
Savage.
That is higher the better for you. You just don't want them to roll higher. I just where is it? 53.
53.
Ooh, you just put a slug into this, like, the torso is relatively well armored. It's just it wasn't enough, and he just you just shoot this merc in the gut.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah. Marco looks rattled now. Kind of can't believe he just shot 2 people and is looking actually kind of terrified. His pistol is shaking in his hands right now.
Okay.
Cannot believe that this is happening to him.
All right. So the next one. So what that does is, it did 1 point. So how much was your damage total for that pistol?
So the damage with the pistol is 2.
2. So the actual pistol didn't. The damage, but your gut shot put 1 point in there. So and they are gonna take 1 point of damage. They're gonna bleed out every round until they're healed.
Yep.
So it's gonna be, time is not on their side.
Yeah, that is a fatal injury. Oh boy.
And it is Dahlia's turn after some bloodshed.
Dahlia's looking at Marco. This is a conversation that they're going to have shortly when they get back, regarding his. This is a little bit better than she taught him.
Just a natural. Just a natural.
Yeah, and she's
You're natural at this point. Keep it up, son. I say keep it up.
as she pulls up the carbine. It doesn't even bother looking at the captain. It says, Captain, I think you're going to be spending some time on the firing range. It's the message that the Faceless One is sending you.
Yeah, but at this point, I would be more than likely to agree with you, my lady.
Oh.
And that's just 1/6, so it's 3 damage.
And that was at
And
which
that-
one?
That's at the one that she shot before. If it's not the one that Marco shot, she'll shoot the one that she shot before.
Oh, okay. Oof. That one is just hanging on, like just swing him in the shoulder, and just kind of like knocks him back.
Does it look
He's
like
looking
we can
pretty
make a
rough.
run for this? At this point, I mean, do we have anybody that's any of these two that are a serious threat at this point?
Not really at this moment.
She's like, Captain, I think it might be best if we just go.
I say we had tailored and run out of here. Let's get to the ship now. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
I will say that they can't outrun you. One of them doesn't have a rifle and is pretty hurt. The other one has basically a bleeding gut and probably can't.
So can I use my? So it takes 2 action points to fire the carbine. I've got 1 action point left, a fast action. Can I use that to kick his rifle away?
You could kick it away
On the way out. Yeah, as we're running past, she's.
I like that idea.
Actually, what I think she's going to do, she's just going to pick it up as they're going by, as they're running away. She's just going to scoop up the rifle, lay it on the ground, and take it with her.
Okay.
An extra weapon is an extra weapon.
All right, I'm going to roll a dice and see if this one is vindictive enough to take a shot before you get out of range.
Ooh.
So.
The bleeding guy?
Yeah.
As we go past him, I have 2 shock sticks. I want to hit him with the shock stick as we're going by. And stun him.
Okay. All right. Since we're gonna do that, why don't you roll that?
Okay. So bonus 2 plus. Okay, so that'd be 4. You gotta be freaking kidding me!
I mean, if it wasn't dire, so it's like that's fine. That's okay.
Get him out now.
Get him out. All right, so
that was gonna be a bonus if I could stun him.
So for the
We wouldn't have to worry
situation,
about it.
it's you, all of you, Zoe, Fahar, Elia, Marco, and Dahlia, and you have Dr. Sufi with you. And who is carrying the case? The case isn't particularly heavy.
Probably
Are
had
you
another-
able to,
Fahar
Fahar,
had
or
a
do
grab
I need to
sled.
take over for you?
Yeah, I think. Well, we had the little grab sled, but it's not going to be fast enough. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you have the grad film?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably take that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then we'll just run along with the, using the remote and kind of holding his side where he was shot, and just kind of jog along as best he can.
Okay, let's just. Ooh. So, before everyone gets out of range, this last merc is going to take a parting shot at. Ooh, at Fahar. Good news, though. Good
Got the
news.
stuff.
This would have normally been 5 dice, but A, she's booting out, and B, you're almost out of range. Like you're ducking behind obstacles at this point, so it's only going to be 3 dice.
Ooh.
Just when you just. So last thing is like you just feel in the air a couple shots like just impact on the walls, like by your shoulder as you wheel this thing out.
Holding his
I
side.
like behind Fahar with my pistol still drawn and turn back and be like, "Hey, we're leaving!"
All right.
What the hell?
All right.
So you just-
As we're heading out, would any of us, especially me, since I'm the captain, have any kind of device that I could remotely contact Zed, not Trey, on the ship and let her know that we're coming and be ready for us to take off as soon as we get there? Have
Dahlia has a
they
short range.
warmed up and ready to go?
Dahlia has a short range communicator.
Okay, that'll
that'll
work.
reach there. So
That'll
yeah,
work.
she's
Okay.
she's probably bringing up the rear to make sure that there's nobody coming behind us, and is just keying the comm real quick and Coming in hot. Let's go. We're ready to go as soon as we hit the gangplank.
All right. You have an affirmative that the ship will be ready to start up and ready to go as soon as.
And Marco,
Yes,
you
sir.
can feel so ordered for us to take off at your earliest convenience.
That I can do. I am so ordered. Let's go.
So the situation is, you're not incredibly far. You're probably like 10 or 15 blocks away from the landing pad. It's not after the initial fighting and initial confrontation. There, you hear sporadic gunfire, but otherwise, the city is. It's not as chaotic as you would think. It seems like maybe it's the pirates dealing with the mercenaries, but there's not the total amount of chaos that's in the streets. But
there are a lot of ships in the sky, right?
there are ships in the sky, yes.
Dahlia, I
They're
might
not
need you on guns. We might have to run a blockade.
Yeah. From what you know of these things, you and probably Fahar might know this is a show of force more than anything else.
Mm.
They're not firing into the city, they're just kind of flying over it. But you were
buzzing the city.
aware. Yeah.
Mhm.
You were aware, though, how many of these little groups of mercenaries and company security you did see, so it would probably be to your advantage to be careful.
Now, would it be better for us to just drop the grav sled and just carry the box and go?
Which would be faster.
It would be faster with the grav sled, but it wouldn't be as noticeable necessarily.
Yeah.
And you maybe get the hint that they mainly attacked you because you were coming out of consortium property, and they assumed that you were employed.
Part of it.
Then Fahar will take his power glove and clamp onto the box, and he'll carry the box like in front of his wound, and it's heavy and painful, and he's kind of got the wincy face going with every step, but trying to be, look more casual, like, oh, I'm just the guy, I'm just a dock worker,
Alright, so
And I will walk in front of Fahar. I will walk in front of Fahar so that way no one can see, to give more coverage to show that no one else can see that he's wounded. Just make it look like we're just out there and give him some forward shielding as we go forward, like the
Okay.
general leading his army.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to have that be is, you do come across another group of these Chica Armada security people, but they're also in a hurry. They have other things to deal with, but I want to see how convincing this is. See if you can avoid any sort of scrutiny.
All right. Can I use any of my mystics? Can I use my mystic powers to make them not pay attention to us?
Which one is that exactly?
Let's see. It's skills under wits here. Let me pull the book up.
Because I'm mainly saying this because what they're looking for, in addition to these, or you would probably know as well, is this is a consortium facility that you got this from, and what you're thinking what the pirates want to do is just lock this area down. And you don't want to look like you're running, you're taking valuable booty with them.
Okay.
Also,
So
you're trying to cover the, evidence that you've been in a fight.
Yeah.
Blood is definitely going to get some suspicion from you.
Gonna like sheepishly put my pistol behind my back. Don't want that
You
being
put that-
seen.
Yeah, Dahlia's got. There's a reason why Dahlia wears dark robes, and her as soon as she realizes that she's just got kind of slings the carbine under, wraps the robes around, so she's standing almost with her arms kind of. They look like they're tucked into the robe.
No, I don't
the
want to
loose
do
robe.
that. That'll activate a dark point. Never mind. We don't need that right now.
You don't need that heat going. You need that heat yet.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm gonna have.
But what I could do
Mm-hmm.
for us to get out of here and past them, I'm going to use stop to keep them from performing an action, which would be checking us out. They're going to just keep on going with whatever they're heading towards.
This is stop, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
This
All
is-
right. So
This is one of my talents.
yes. So our
I can stop an NPC
captain-
from performing an action he or she otherwise would have. Must be something subtle that can be attributed to simple forgetfulness. Examples would be
So-
letting us pass a roadblock without checking papers, blah, blah, blah.
Well, there you go.
Definitely falls right in with that.
Yep. So our wonderful captain, in addition to being in command, also has a talent with psychic powers.
Jedi mind tricks.
Jedi mind tricks.
We are not the people carrying boxes that you are looking for.
Yes. Make that roll then.
Okay, do I roll on that then?
You roll your mystic power. It's,
Okay, so Mystic Power is 4, plus 5 is 9.
Nice.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Please.
3, 6. Come on, at least one of these has got to be a
Come-
6.
It would be amazing.
Yes!
Yes, finally!
It's a lot of. It's a it's honest. Also, it's a good thing that ones don't count for anything. But you got a success. That's all you needed
Yeah.
was one.
Mm-hmm.
You done it.
You did it. All right. So, what does this look like?
As they come up to us, I kind of do some sort of wave towards them and say, "Don't worry about us. We've saved the cargo that someone was trying to steal. We're taking it back to headquarters now."
Mm-hmm. And they just they act like they don't see you, and that gives you enough time to. And if anyone were to look back, it's like they stopped. And then after like 10 seconds, they continue on as if nothing has happened. And they hurry to their next objective, which is in the opposite direction that you are heading. And that through sneaking through the various alleyways and some well-timed crossing of streets, you make it to the possibility and the docking bay. But what you see in front, but what you see in front of you is the remains of another altercation, where a number of Hyperion logistics, security forces, and Cheeky Armada mercenaries must have had a fight. There's just bodies all over this.
Are there
Like
any
eight?
still standing?
There are none.
Is anyone alive? Anybody moving, groaning, anything? Big no?
Do you want to? Why don't you make a figure out notice check for that?
Okay.
I pull out my stun stick just in case, so I can have it in case someone tries to get up.
Want to do like a
Dahlia.
observation check?
Yep.
Oh, he's picking up any loose weapons.
Mm-hmm. You have
I'm not that good at this. So.
You have probably a working order, probably like 3 rifles. You want to take those? Nope.
Awesome.
You take a cursory look, but anything more than that, and you don't see anybody moving. But to take a cursory look more than that, you would have to take time, and then you probably about that maybe.
Time is not something we have
Yes,
both
yeah.
amounts of.
Yeah, Marco's on full adrenaline. I definitely, Marco's wondering why people were fighting right outside of our ship, but that's a conversation to have later.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm running up that gangplank and getting into my pilot seat.
All right. Warmed up.
I stay right behind Fahad to make sure he gets on safely and help him out in case he needs.
Dahlia secures the weapons and heads straight for gunner's post.
Yep. Sounds good. And the ship stops.
After
No,
Fahad gets
no,
on, I'm gonna give him one of my. I've got some herbal remedies with me. I'm gonna give him one to help him out.
Mm-hmm. So everyone splits off into their posts.
Yeah, you might want to get in your seats.
In your seats. Still up. All right.
Strap in, we're taking off.
All right, and the initial gravity dampers
With due
engage.
haste.
You lift up.
Power to the
Which-
engines. Set.
Power. Yep.
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed.
What is Marco? What is your plan to get out of here?
Yeah,
As you
so
recall-
we
Yeah.
have
You
like a
recall there were
blockade
2
going on.
There was a blockade.
Fly casual.
Also, Yes.
Fly casual.
As you get close,
Do we have any
Yeah.
stealth capability?
Oh,
We
no.
do.
I can't remember.
I am gonna try. I agree with Dahlia's plan. Fly casual. I don't want to make it look like we are booking it out of here and running away for fear we're gonna get picked up. So I am gonna try to take this easy, but stay far enough away from everything. Kind of an evasive flight pattern. I'm gonna try to stay far enough away from the ships that they wouldn't want to even bother with us and just let us slip by.
Okay.
Excellent plan.
Alright, let me figure this out. So, lift up. And getting out of the city itself, getting skyward is not much of an issue. You see in the distance just these ramshackle ships of, like I said, in Jig Armada colors of purple and gold, fire on what remains of security forces guarding the station. And you see in the distance just like these little pops of color, which your eyes must know that these were other escaping ships that maybe did not get out as easily or did not have the good luck.
Don't say that. I haven't even rolled yet.
I have all the confidence in you.
I know.
Zoe, I'm giving you power so we can go stealth if we need to.
And engaged. You click affirmative. And as you get out of upper atmosphere and kind of pass by some debris, you're not going through the detritus field with all the other wreckage, but you're going close enough. And in the corner of the sensors, you see a blip
Oh shit.
relatively close to you.
Dahlia, you picking that
You
up?
know what that means. and you hear a warning. Stealth systems down. Unoperational.
It's all Zoe's fault.
That signal starts accelerating in your direction. It's one ship. It's not fighters. It's not one of their big ships. From its signature, it's a ship that is not unlike yours in scale. But it is approaching.
With that ship may be like ours, but it doesn't have me flying it. So I am going to step on the gas.
Yep. So
all right,
in fairness,
looks like someone wants to have a drag race with us. I would suggest that we get going while the Christmas tree is green.
So in
Happy
fairness,
to oblige, Captain.
I did use the dark point that you gave me, and that allows me to make a system unoperational for a certain amount of rounds. For 3 rounds specifically.
You didn't take away my engines. That's all I need.
That would be far crueler than. All right, so this is where we're going to. So what is your plan to try and?
I'm working on the assumption that we are smaller, faster, and lighter than probably most of these pirate ships, and that since you said they're kind of ramshackly ships, I know the guy that maintains our engines, and he's pretty damn good at his job. So I am going to assume that I can floor it and get away from this thing. That's what I'm going to try to do, at least. That's Marco's calculus.
All right. So for we are going to engage in the ship-to-ship space fighting rules, which involves everyone being in their particular spot. I believe. Okay, let me just bring up just 1 second, because someone is going to be censored. Someone's going to have to roll for our lovely AI. Let me just bring up the numbers.
I would offer, but I don't know if I want to jinx us like that or not.
I mean, you'll be due for a couple of you're due for a crit.
Well, so everyone else
can
can
tell me-
focus on. If you go ahead, so you guys can focus on yours. I'll go ahead and do the sense rolls. Just tell me what to roll.
Okay. Let me just bring up the sheets I have. The sheet that is wits and do data gen. So it would be wits +2 with data gen. So whoever is rolling for Zoe will be taking that roll will be 7 dice.
7 dice. Okay.
So it is me and the ship. All right. So what are you? What? All right. All right. Let me just bring up something.
All right. Just tell me when to roll. I'm ready.
All right.
I think you as Eliab go first, right? Captain goes first.
Captain goes first. Captain decides. So what is?
Oh, hang on.
I mean, what's your command for before there's any rolls?
Oh, hang on. Let's see. Can I hit escape to get out of all these dice that I pulled up? Or should I just go? I'll just go ahead and drop them. Ignore all those. Oh, I didn't drop them in the right spot, didn't I?
Yeah, if you
Okay,
drop them out of chat box, they'll go away.
Okay, so command for me is going to be 7 die.
7 die. All right. And
Yeah.
your command.
My command is for Mako to get us out of here as quick as he can, and for Dahlia to be ready with a head trigger on the guns in case.
So that's going to be evade.
Yes, we want to evade for now. Let's not fire unless we have to, because otherwise it's going to bring other attention to us, and I really don't think we need any more attention right now.
Couldn't agree more, Captain.
All right. So why don't you roll your? Because I mean, this vessel is going to pursue. It's not secret.
Yeah. All right, a 6. I got us one.
Hey,
I'm on a trend.
when it counts.
So you got a 6. So what that's going to do is it's going to give an extra dice to Marco's flying if Marco decides to pursue the action that you're ordering him to. Sorry, oops. That's right. All right, okay. So they have an extra dice for attacking, so it's mostly even. So we have.
Yes. Speaking of an invasion, we got a raid going on.
We are just doing some starship fighting where our lovely crew is trying to evade some space pirates that have locked in on them. Well, maybe
Normal
locked
space
in.
problems.
We shall see. Normal space problems, of course. All right, so that
Just
is
another. I say just another day in the life of someone flying around in a ship like this.
I mean, you won't have
Not
to
wrong.
pay for it. At least, like, you don't have to worry about payments for the ship any further. All right,
Always
so
a
the
bright
next-
side.
Yeah, gotta keep that. All right, so the next phase is engineer phase. So our engineer gets to divide the energy points however
I
you
will.
want to.
I will follow the captain's instruction, and hence I'll skate 3 over to Marco, so he has full maneuverability for the ship. And I will give one to weapons and 1 to sensors. But we do have a weapon that is fired in the sensors action. So if they want to do that, they can do that. If not, they can they can lock.
Okay. Sounds good. Is there anything else?
Nope, we don't
So
have any
far-
holes
so far-
in the ship.
So far, so good.
Yep.
Mostly, like, you get to spread out the points, unless bad stuff happens, and that's usually there are holes in the ship.
Yes, exactly.
Nope, no holes yet.
I'm good right now.
Okay. So the next step in our phase is piloting phase.
The order was to evade, right?
Mhm.
So I can't really gun it the way I wanted to like just advance. I mean, I guess I could, but
Well,
then I wouldn't
actually, my words were to get us out of here as quick as possible.
I mean, I'll happily slam this accelerator.
All right.
Get some gun.
So feel free to widely
Well,
interpret that into your best ability.
All right. And for my sake, this group is going to pursue you. So it's going to be a matter of who. If you make space between you, or
All right,
you get
I'm gonna
closer.
slam this thing. So I have a 5 to agility. I have 3 in pilot. My helmet is not useless. It actually gives me a +1 to piloting.
Excellent.
So that is 9 plus the 1 that I'm getting from following the orders. 10d. That's 10d6.
Oh, you get to use it. Yes. Roll
All right,
3.
3
3.
crit. Eat it.
Ooh.
All right, so you get further. You've made decent amount of space between you, and you know from here that you've taken one weapon off their table. Like, if they had autocannons, they are now too far to use it.
Nice.
Yes.
Enjoy the smell of my exhaust.
And And next phase is a sensor phase.
Okay. And
So-
she's got 7, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Again, she has the option to either do a lock, or she could use the data meme and try to
Mhm.
get into their ship. And then if she succeeds and gets into the ship next round, she can shut down one of their systems.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's why I thought that's a Zoe weapon. That's why I put it in the ship design.
Okay.
Mighty tempting.
I kind of like the sound of that. While we peel out, we could disconnect the distributor coil.
All right, so make that roll then.
Yeah,
2
baby.
2 successes. I will roll. I got a bunch of systems. I'm gonna roll at random which system is hit.
It won't take place till next round, the shutdown though. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I am just. Ooh, good. That's a good one.
Is it the entrance? Say it's the entrance.
It is. You're not that lucky.
Or their sensors
Yeah.
so they can't see where we are.
That'd be nice.
And then next is them. They're gonna try and target lock you. And at this, I will say you're within data. You're within data meme range.
long,
so you get a
data
good-
meme is long though. It
Yeah.
should be.
No, you're totally within. It's just as
Oh.
you get a good idea what this ship is. This is an Orcs.
Oh, okay.
You would know it's a probably a modified courier ship. It's fast, but it's not a gunship.
Okay.
So
Good to know.
it's fortunate that you put extra pedal to the metal on this, because this ship operating normally will be able to catch up with you. All right, and then it's my turn, so I get to try and target lock you. So that's 7. Where's that? I lost it. There it is. Succeeded. Could have been worse. They do have a target lock on you, though. Like, you get the Zoe gives you the warning that they do have locks with their accelerator cannon. And so what that's going to do is when you get a target lock is you get a bonus dice to however many 6s you rolled on. So they will have a bonus dice to take a shot at you. And next, it is the attack phase. So we're within medium range at this moment, or long range. And you get to go first. Isn't that fast?
Okay,
it's in
question. Fahar, do I have mines?
We do not have mines or torpedoes.
That's unfortunate.
Okay. Well, I can't launch a torpedo and I can't fire my weapon systems
Oh,
because
no.
there's no lock. Well, we don't have
You-
lock,
you-
and
you can-
that's gonna. Well, I
you can
can
still
still
shoot.
fire. It's just gonna give me a -2 on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do have. So it looks like the way I'm reading this, defensive fire only happens if you have a torpedo coming against you.
Yeah, that would be like
Okay, and
Point
they haven't
defense.
fired a torpedo. They just
they have not. Yeah.
They
And
just
Okay.
the all, I don't believe.
locked
All
down
right,
weapon.
and I don't have any other type of
We
defensive
have the ion
measures.
cannon. Oh, sorry.
Right. But if I'm not, and that's our countermeasures.
No, the ion cannon is an attack weapon that attacks both shields and
Yeah.
or hull and systems.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, that's the only thing we've got. If we know that they've got a lock on us, they're gonna fire. She's gonna fire the ion cannon.
All right, make that shot.
Pray to the
Alright.
dancer.
the -2 for the non.
Yep.
Oh,
Now,
hang on.
is that
I want to see if I can do something here real quick. Can I give you a blessing to help with your shot?
Ooh.
quick
Is
question?
it in combat?
That takes away 2 dice.
Takes away 2 dice. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Is that Dr. Mystic? Where's that hiding at?
Brace for impact.
Where
Yeah,
the heck? Where's blessing at in here?
And welcome, Raiders, Raiden and Awesome Nerdy. Thank you.
Hey. Oh, I know a lot of these people. Hi, everyone.
Okay, once
Hey.
per session, I can bless another PC, giving them +3 to an action. Receiver of the blessing must be within close range of you. Combat. Imparting the blessing is a slow action, but that would give the GM a dark point.
Do you want? Well, I'll take it. I'm willing.
3 more dice.
I'm gonna
I mean,
I'm gonna
it's
put my,
a shot for a shot.
my
I mean,
blessing
like,
on you.
it's 1 or 2
All right.
isn't terrible. Also, after this, you'll have 2 rounds until the stealth system
All right.
reboots itself.
So you're giving me 3 extra dice, right?
3, yeah.
So
you get
it would
3.
be
Seven,
1,
eight,
yeah, 1
9.
extra.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3
2,
sixes.
3.
What is
Hey,
the
hey, hey.
crit on that weapon? Or on the excellent
On the ion
The i-
cannon,
ion
it
cannon.
is 2. So yes, this will be a crit.
And it'll
Cool.
be on
Yeah.
both the systems and the hull
Okay.
to the ship.
This is why
Okay.
we hired you.
Yes, it
Alright,
is.
So roll 2d6.
Okay. That's 5 and a 2. 52 or 7
Alright.
or
Let me
52.
52. All right. Let me just roll the 12. That was a good shot. Because what you did is you destroyed one of their modules on there. Excellent. Well, that's unfortunate for them. I'm sorry. Because I think you exploded you just, in the sense it's like you can tell where that shot hit. It hit the side where you just see like the emergency ejection pods. You knocked out their safety.
oh dear. Dias. Marco, stomp on it.
All right, they still have a shot left on you though. So we're in a similar position of y'all running and something taking a shot at you. So it's gonna be 8. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Let me just double check the weapons. Alright, let me just check. Weapons. Crit. What was the crit on that on that eye?
It's 2.
Okay, so they don't crit you, but they do the damage to it. Let me just double check. The damage. Ion. So it does 3 points of ion damage to you and hull damage.
Okay.
What is your hull strength? What is your hull armor?
I do not have the sheet.
It might
right
you
now.
you might
It should be like 5 and 5 or something like that. But
Yeah, I was muted. It's 5 and 6. 5 energy, 6 hull.
Energy 6. Oh, not hull points, but your armor is 5.
Our armor is 5. Yes.
All right, it doesn't get through.
Ah, nice.
All right. Next round.
Oh, I see.
Captain.
Oh, cool.
You've made some headway in there. They're not getting any closer. You think about if you pursue at the same rate, you will probably lose them enough to where you can engage your stealth. All right. What is your orders to the crew?
Steady as she goes. Get us away from these fools.
Captain, I'm reading that order as floor it. Is that correct? Floor it?
Exactly. Get us out of here. Get us out of here quicker than a raccoon at a hound dog party.
All right. They are going to continue to pursue you. So make your roll. Your command.
Okay, so command again
hang on.
is
It is not my time.
7.
All right, so no bonuses.
That's so
for
sad.
me, for
So
my
sad
ship.
for you.
6, 7. All right, so empathy. Ah!
Yeah, the old
Wait,
Elliot's back.
everyone is equally as.
Yahtzee! I got 5 2s.
All right. So next is engineer.
I will once again. We'll go 3, 1, and 1.
3, 1, and 1. All right. They're probably gonna do a similar thing. Oh, they have one. They have a little bit less because you hit them with the ion. And then nothing else.
Nope. Yeah, nope. Nothing to repair technically right now, so I'm gonna stay at my engineering station.
All right, pilot. It's your turn. See if you can.
Captain borked
Did
on his roll, so I don't get that extra die this time, right? So
Nope, not this time.
all right,
Sadly,
well,
no.
Let's see if
I'm gonna
you can
do that thing you should
put
never
more space
do.
between them.
Well, I still have 96 on this roll.
Yeah.
By virtue of being a bomb-ass pilot. But I'm gonna do that thing that you should never do, and I'm gonna look to Dahlia and say, "Hey, Dahlia, watch this," and then roll.
Oh boy, one.
Got one.
That one.
Wait, all
Hold
right.
my
I got
beer.
one more. Okay,
1-1.
1 and 1. So you try and do some evasive maneuvers, but they're locked on you.
It looked cooler in my head. Sorry.
But they did not, however, get within shorter range where they have more weapons.
All right.
And thank goodness you hit them with that meme, because something's not working. I say it could have been bad, but it's good. It's good he did that. And it's next. It is the sensor's turn.
Okay, so we got locked in on them. You said we already shut something down, or are we about to?
You've shut down one system so far.
We
shut
are
down
not
one
locked in.
You're not locked in.
We
We're
are
not
not.
locked.
No.
So what you've done so far is you have knocked out a module off them. You've done a little bit of damage, and you've kind of.
All right. Dahlia, we need to get a lock so you can get a better shot off?
Yes,
All right, why don't we
Captain.
go ahead
It
and-
helps us to have a lock on the other ship.
That's what I thought you said. Let's go ahead and let's go see if we can get us a lock on this thing.
1. Okay. Okay. +3. All right. Same thing. Okay. So you've all both. You put sensor lock on them, and they've done it to you as well. I am going to. I'm going to use that dark point right now to let them go first. They have a
We
bonus.
both have target locks. If this was Top Gun rules, it would all be over right now.
We got some juice off that one. Ooh, only. Alright, 2. They've done 3 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Is that also... Does that get through our armor?
It does not. You have a very armored ship. They are not particularly happy.
They're not hitting hard.
And it's your turn next. So you got like you
Alright.
feel like the shakes on the ship, like as the hits, but so far Zoe's not showing off any critical systems hit. Probably gonna be some cosmetic damage to your ship, but that's all it's been.
All right. Do I have any extra dice in beyond what I get for the ion cannon?
You have 1 extra because of sensor lock.
Okay. So that's a total of 10, I believe. Yep.
Nice.
All right. Here we go. Firing that ion cannon.
You got it. Come on, Dahlia.
It's a lot of 6s.
1, 2, 3.
That
wow.
is 3 6s. That's another crit.
Yes.
All right, roll on that. Roll on the crit table.
That's
Oh, boy,
55.
Oh wait, 2d6. Sorry.
Yep.
wait.
That's 55.
Yeah.
Oh, 55. Oh, you rolled a 50. Okay, 10.
Double
All right,
nickels.
let me- my brain just kind of went on. What?
No worries.
Okay. All right.
So that is the ion cannon is 1 damage.
Oh boy. You fire that ion cannon, and you have some visual on it, and you just see the spot in the front where the bridge is just like light up.
Bridge personnel.
And you just see debris. You can clearly tell you've gotten a clean hit off that, and it did significant damage to it.
That's a headshot, Captain.
You, in fact,
Well done.
you killed the captain, I think. You destroyed the bridge.
Holy shit.
Woo! Good shooting, Dahlia.
Excellent
Well, that
shot.
just goes to show, well, I say that just goes to show you that they shouldn't be messing around with someone like us.
Someone like her.
Now, can we go?
All right, so
Exactly.
it's this. Oh God, it's a similar situation where they're gonna try and because the gunnery.
Who's they?
The gunner.
Flying that thing.
There's no one
Just 'cause we
flying it,
killed
but
the
there's no
captain.
one to flying, but there's people shooting.
Yeah.
It's more or less like it can't stop, but it can't go any fast. So it's going at the speed that it was pursuing. So it still hasn't lost. You haven't gained anything from it yet, but it's not going to go any faster than how it's going. It's going basically at momentum.
It's coasting. It's like coasting right now.
It's going pretty fast, but it's also you,
Like
Marty.
someone just passed out their foot, and someone like put a brick on top of the
Yeah.
accelerator. So.
If they aren't destroyed, they will go forever at this speed. Because they don't slow things. If you keep going, space will not slow down
Until they hit something.
till they hit something, which honestly is probably a mercy for whoever's in that ship. Because you took out their escape pods.
The most savage space combat.
If you weren't
Sharpshooting tech.
immediately imminent escape from from the rest of the armada, it would probably make an okay salvage target. Like you
Yeah,
probably
no,
It
sell
would
this
be
trajectory to
we just
somebody.
don't have the time. I mean, we just don't have the time for varieties like that.
All right, so it's top of the round again. It's captain's orders. It's only your orders because the other captain is probably out in space or vaporized at this moment.
Get us away from this thing, Marco.
Again, floor it.
Floor it.
You got it.
Show me what Zed, not Trey, and the engines on this thing have got.
Show us the meaning of haste, Shadowfax.
All right, make your command roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Jeez.
2 sixes.
There you go. There you go.
All right, 2 successes. However you want.
There's some
Gunnery
nitrous
or
oxide
Marco.
to inject in the engine for you.
Do you want to give both those dice to me, or is it you just get one to give out, or how's that work?
You can either if you're excel. Okay, so it's gonna go to you, Marco, because his order was to floor, basically escape. You're on evade.
But does that give me 2 extra dice or 1?
Yes.
It gives me
You get
2.
however many successes the commander
Gotcha.
You get 2.
succeeds. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be good.
So,
You're a natural
Next.
born and funny car now.
engineer, your job has been, however, uneventful so far, which is good.
Now, is this the round that the stealth tech comes back online?
It will be the next round.
Okay, so then in this round, we're still matched speed, so we're still at the same range, but okay, yeah. Then I guess I'll
Yeah.
do the normal split.
If
3 to them
if I
and 1
had-
and 1.
If I had rolled better, there would probably be holes, fires you need to fix. But as far the ship is great. Ship is
Okay. Hey, it's not great. I got to do some painting when we get to port somewhere.
I mean, who are they gonna say why didn't the stealth thing work? It's not your fault, but sometimes things happen.
Yep.
It's an old ship, and that just leads us to our sensors now.
All right. Do we want to lock in on anything else, or do we want to try to shut down what little they got left?
The sensors people are still alive so far.
Probably lock.
Okay, we'll
Just
go
in
ahead
case.
and we'll just go for a sensor lock just in case we need it. 5, 6, 7.
All right, they got 1, so they got
Oh.
lock.
Hang on, I put it on the wrong spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a 6
Hey,
side
hey.
in there.
All right.
It's just taking me an episode and a half to get warmed up. That's all.
That's all right. Good. There's a lock. So same thing. They've locked onto you and you locked onto them, but they're at significant disadvantage because half their ship is gone. And now,
Yeah, I'd say so.
Dollar, it's your turn for the.
Wait, don't I go next?
Oh wait, Mark. Sorry,
Oh, that's
Marco.
right.
Yeah, Mark.
Yep.
Marco.
Marco.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so with my being just a fine pilot, plus my helmet, plus those 2 extra dice, this is 11d6 on this piloting roll.
Really?
to get
all
the
you
hell-
have to do is roll 1 success, and you'll be going fast enough where you can just avoid this ship. Like you'll have enough momentum to just.
Oh, ye
Leave
of
it
little
behind.
faith. That's no fun. 1-6, come on.
1-6. I mean, I'm seeing.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, Hubris has spoken. You have flown,
Oh.
Hubris.
Do you want it? Do you want
to?
I am
Marco,
between
would
2
you
minds
like to-
here.
Oh my God!
Marco, would you like
That
to
is-
take over the guns? Because apparently you shoot better than you fly.
The one time.
You got very excited that the
Easy.
bridge got destroyed. Like you got a little cocky there.
Yeah.
Should I do it?
I
Get us
would-
the hell
I
out
mean,
of here.
you have 0
Yeah.
dark points left, and this is the only thing left. Then you need to like it's gonna keep taking shots at you unless.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you got to get at least out of range.
Yep.
You got one more.
Do it.
All it needs is
Marco-
this round and a shot to survive.
Marco looks utterly humiliated by that, and is
You
going
pray
to, as I pray to the deckhand, to guide my hand on the piloting council.
Jeez.
You got it. I heard
Oh, one.
There. Oh my
You got
God!
one.
Oh boy! It's just one.
One.
Just one. Okay.
The last
you-
one.
So
Unreal.
you know you're at the speed you're going. After this round, you're gonna be beyond the range of that autocannon, or not auto, but like that artillery cannon. And it's gunnery next. And you know you've done a lot of damage to this ship.
Yeah.
Now it's more mercy at this moment.
Well, you've already killed the.
This ship is basically a shooting tomb at this moment.
I say you've already killed the skipper, so go for Gilligan.
And you have that plus
Yep. Only
Got a
got one.
6?
Got a 6, but only got
a
one.
6.
Just the 1 6.
Okay. So it
No crit this
pings
time.
off a bit. Didn't get past its armor. Now it's. God, it's just this.
It wasn't quite a warning shot across the bow. This was the last little. I can still hit you, but I'm not going to destroy you. As we go.
Is
Bye bye.
this the fuck you shot? Basically, it's like
It's the fuck you shot.
There might be a middle finger
It's
painted
pretty
on.
I
it.
couldn't.
Yeah.
I could have ended your suffering right then and there, but I not to. If it's alright.
You don't have escape
Alright,
pods,
so-
so I'm not going to blow you up yet.
So much. This seems to be a pattern with the combats. They're gonna take one last shot before they're just like lost to the dark.
That's their
infinite
fuck you
space.
shot.
Mhm.
I mean, it's way they've hit you, but you haven't. It's way less.
Yeah. This is their Hail Mary.
And
Their Hail Mary is so far not. It's
Mhm.
just one. It's
Yeah.
the same sad.
Yeah.
Little bit of jostling from the ship, but
Oh,
Nice so
mosquitoes
far.
are coming out early tonight. Ugh.
so far you've now with that acceleration, it just keeps going. You just keep going, and you just see it lose that amount of distance that you've had, and after a while, the stealth systems kick in, and you leave this pirate vessel to its fate.
Which is grisly and awful, by the way. Those people are
It's
going to die a terrible death, and that's all their fault.
It's a ship that has about the same amount of crew that you do. So maybe you took out like 2 or 3 people. There's still like 2 or 3 people on this ship.
Oh, okay, Sean, I feel better now. Thanks.
They brought
This is
it
a
on
capital ship. You'd
themselves.
have
They
I
brought
have
it
to-
on themselves. They were the ones that came after us. So
I have to imagine
that's
death
what you
by-
get.
Death by ion cannon has to be being like microwaved. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah, I
microwave
mean,
hot dog.
I would honestly, I would take that by ion cannon than being like, I'm just gonna wait till the life support system goes away.
Oh, yeah, now can you tell us what module we took out or what system we took down?
Oh, you took out their torpedo.
Oh.
They were gonna shoot a torpedo at you. Like,
Oh.
Nice.
so
Wow.
You
I
look
may
at
not have
that,
rolled
though.
a lot
You
of
look at
sixes, but I rolled the 6 that we needed.
Yeah, you did.
Not necessarily the one we wanted, but I rolled the one we needed.
You literally fuck them because you took out the bridge.
Yeah.
And that if they wanted to contact for help, it's gone now. They are super dead.
Strategic, well-placed shots.
I will say unless the prayers to the unless they get desperate and pray to the darkness between the stars, and who knows.
Oh, who would ever do that? What a silly thing to do. Come.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So
May the icons bless the soul bless their little keep picking souls, because we're certainly not going to.
So,
It's pretty dark, Captain.
you're in for a little bit
Well,
of
they brought it. I hate to say it, but they did bring it upon themselves by chasing after us. They didn't. It was not something that they needed to do. They brought it upon themselves.
Marco's still white-knuckled on the controls as we're flying away from here.
All systems seem nominal, right? I mean, engineering-wise, we seem good.
You get a call on the comms from the doctor that you probably put them in the main camp. Is it?
Oh yeah,
We have a lot of spare
Dahlia
power.
would have on her way to the gunnery station. Dahlia would have just like kind of grabbed him, shoved him towards wherever the spare seating was, and said, "Buckle up, sit down, keep quiet," and then left him there.
Nice.
Is everything okay?
Yes, everything is all clear now.
Are we clear?
Thank you, Archons.
I'm still looking straight ahead, but yeah.
Oh,
At least for now, we appear to be safe. You can relax a little bit.
The second you say you can relax, Marco stands up and does like a straight up like Ric Flair, like whoa, whoa, yeah.
rather
I'm
hear
gonna
that
run over and give Fahar a hug.
than just hear over the comms. Well, I rather hear that than screams of death and fire and smoke.
That's the
I'm
other ship.
afraid if you wanted that, you would have had to been on the other ship, and I don't think you probably wanted to do that.
I'll admit I maybe picked the correct ship to get out of here. I don't think many of the other company ships are probably that lucky.
It didn't. I'd say, unfortunately, it did not look like it.
So for now, things are relatively peaceful. You have a few hours before you reach the center of the system and get to the portal station, orbiting the system's sun.
Dahlia would like, once she's secured the ship's guns, she's going to go collect the weapons that she picked up. She should have a total of 4 rifles, the one that she took from the guy in the warehouse, plus the 3 that she picked up outside the ship. So she just wants to go through those weapons, see what they are. Are they functional? What kind of ammunition does she have for them? That type of thing.
They're just different makes and models of acceleration rifles, but for those guns, ammunition is pretty standardized. So you could probably use either take the clips out of those ones, or build it for later. They're in working order. They're a little rougher for wear, so you could probably have some maintenance done on it. But you could probably either keep them as useful weapons, or either sell them off next chance you get.
All right. When you get a chance, just let me know what the specific weapons are, and then I can let you know what she'll do with them.
Okay, it's gonna be a little while before we get to.
Yep, not a problem.
Fahar gives full power to the engines and then shuts down juice to the weapons and gives the extra power over to sensors so that Zoe can keep an eye out and keep the stealth technology going at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So the initial finicky stealth system seems to be running normally. And the way you probably know that is the stealth system recycles heat from the engines. And so when it's running, it becomes like hot summer inside the ship. It has to keep the heat cycling within the ship until it's dissipated or cooler. So that's how initially you know it's running as intended.
Now, which destination is closer for us right now? The place where our good archaeologist wants to be dropped off at, or where we need to make our delivery?
They're the same place.
Same place? Okay.
It's going to be a few. You know that this trip took a little over a week and required multiple, because Menkor was one of the outer planets of the third horizon, so it takes quite a few jumps through several system portals to get there. So you have a little bit of a trip left, but only a mere hours until arrival at the portal station for this system.
So Dahlia will, once she's checked over the weapons and got them secured in a weapons cabinet, she's going to go find the good doctor and prepare him for a portal jump by asking him first off, have you ever jumped through a portal?
I live in Kuma my entire life. I don't like it, but I have to get here somewhere. I know the whole thing that we have to do with it.
All right, well, let's get you set up then.
I hope that the stasis modules have been. I didn't feel very many shots, so I assume the stasis modules are still intact.
She just gives him this look like, are you questioning the care that we give our ship?
No. Just something shot at us. I've never.
Yes, something shot at us, and it never did anything more than scratch the paint. Which, granted, Fahar is a little grumpy about, but we're fine. Thank you.
Good. So, do I have to stay in this seat?
No, let's get you set up for a portal jump, unless there's anything you'd like to do before that.
Suppose that you'd want to check out the, make sure the artifact is...
Would you like to speak to the captain about that? Because that seems...
absolutely. Which way?
Because that is probably where the captain would want to go first, is to make sure that the object that brought us here is still in good shape.
Yep, so I'll grab him and, take the doctor and we'll head down to the cargo and call Captain, could you join us down in the cargo lab, please? Cargo bay.
I'll be right there, Dahlia.
Alright.
And I get up from my seat and head to the cargo area.
Alright, well. Whoever's there is there, and the doctor's just waiting patiently for you. Oh, doesn't appear that, the casing is still pretty intact, so I assume that hand it off. It's yours now.
Do we need to open the container to make sure?
Yes. No. Why not? You open it. Do you motion for him to open it, or do you want to open it?
I will let him open it, primarily because I want to be able to see what I'm curious to see what it is we're actually carrying.
Mm-hmm.
And since I don't know what's in there, I don't want to run the risk of damaging it as I try to open up the box.
All right, he nods. He's mostly waiting out for your approval to open it up. Didn't want to assume it's now yours.
Go do. Feel free.
Clicks open the locks, and you see 4 pieces in there. You see 3 guns that you've never seen before. Each piece is sitting in a bed of custom, but foam cut around it, surrounding each of the corners, except for this black, looks like. What's that? I forgot what that. Onyx carved item.
What is it carved in the shape of?
There are, in the light, you see what appears to be just like rotating notches in it, but at the base of it, you see little carvings of skulls on it.
It's not ominous at all.
No.
Interesting. With my knowledge, would I recognize any of this kind of design or markings on it?
And the doctor just looks apprehensive at this thing. All right. Are you first come or are you Zenithian?
I am first come.
Okay. It's going to be difficult, so take -5 to this. Sorry, 4.
Okay. So I would be rolling off of what here? Let's see. Something off of wits or something?
Probably wits, yes. Wits and culture. So that's empathy and culture.
Okay, empathy
have those.
and culture. I've got empathy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything else in culture, but I got 5 in empathy, so that means I would get nothing to roll?
You want? We'll give you 1. You always have that chance.
Okay. All right.
Get the 6 when it counts, Cap. Not today.
Not today.
Is anyone else that's in the hold first come?
Dahlia's
Make
first
that
come.
Make that roll at -2.
Can she take a look instead at the guns? She's not
Yes.
interested in the MacGuffin. She'd rather look at the guns.
I'm not going to make you roll for this. You pull at the guns, and they just feel like nothing.
I think she's holding it in her hands, and she looks at it. Nice. And then she's going to turn around, walk away, sit down, lay out a piece of cloth, and she's going to go over this gun with a fine-tooth comb.
It doesn't take anything. It's just for precautions. It is not real. It's not a real gun.
It's not a real...
It's like carved. It's a fake gun.
She's going to bring it up to her shoulder, and she's going to point it at the doctor.
Just...
How does he react?
He just goes like this. And then just... I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Kind of... No, that's what they said. That's what he says.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
He knew that these were fake?
I'm little jokes and stuff.
She will then take the gun, bring it down, take it by the barrel, and clock him upside the head with it. And then place it back in the crate and walk away.
Oh, God.
God, I love Dahlia.
Artifacts are... Transporting stolen artifacts are one thing. Transporting illegal weapons is something else entirely. Transporting both of them together...
Did you want to make a roll on that artifact or anything before you stormed out?
No, not on the artifact doesn't concern her. That doesn't. I've only got a 2 in empathy, and I have nothing in culture. So
Why? Yeah. You
Yeah.
clock. You clock Doctor.
Yeah, I clocked the
just in the
doctor
head, and just
Yep.
she just like it wasn't a shock, but it's like he wasn't expecting to get clocked, and just
The point has been made.
and he just looks at Eleven. It's like I apologize, and maybe it's just I'm giddy from surviving the thing. I may push my luck.
Yeah, when it comes to things such as that, Dahlia, let's just say her flashpoint is only half a degree higher than her boiling point.
Yeah, I'm apologize for I assume that
No.
Alder didn't
So,
tell you.
The
what it was.
item we're concerned with here is the one in the center. It's not these gun replicas. Am I
You mean
correct?
that?
Yes.
And any sort of like apprehension is gone from this thing, and just like touches it, points at it. This?
Yes.
You're? No, you must not be. You must not be Zenithian then. You must be Zenithian, correct?
I am not. No.
Ah. And I suppose you wouldn't know what this is.
Enlighten me.
And
I'm always up to learning new things.
And Jabal didn't tell you. Wanted some secrecy on that, correct? I assume that's what she wanted. What you are transporting, what you came all this way. Those are props.
All of it.
All of it. But still still very, very valuable.
So,
They are very old.
may I be polite and say, do you mind telling us what the Blue Blazes were actually carrying that my crew and I have risked our lives for? Including saving your cute little Heine.
Well, this is... I assume you're not familiar with. They're from Silver Corsair. I suppose the way you looked at these items, you have no idea what that is, correct?
I am not totally enlightened on that, no.
No, correct. It is a well-loved, for generations, entertainment program that is very, very dear to the Wandering Fleet. They've watched this for generations, ever since before the Horizon War. And I think Jamal figured that it would be a good negotiating thing to bring something that's much loved to the Nomad fleet for, I assume, it's a syndicate negotiations. Consider a goodwill offering.
So,
And I assume
pardon me for saying, so you're saying we risked our lives for a toy? For a game?
what are the museums in the monolith? Books, toys, artifacts. Do you think people in the first Horizon would have treated those any differently? It's because they're old and they have cultural value is why they are put behind protective fields. And these have extremely high cultural value to certain factions. Given enough time, anything that you have here, including one of these cats, could be, given enough time, that value.
So,
And
we were sent on a mission to go get a poker chip. Interesting. That puts
so,
a
I
slightly
assume-
new perspective on things.
Oh, I assume that maybe she. And I'm guessing the way you're talking about now is why it was kept secret. You would not be treating this with the amount of seriousness if you knew you were transporting this. But I assume you're probably going to still get paid, correct? And you have my payment for transporting. Now, any ill will was not. I am the courier for this item. I found it. I smuggled it off. Any sort of duplicity is on Ms. Jabal.
I totally understand. I'm just trying to make sure what we're actually carrying in case we run into the. Hopefully, we don't run into the other complications along the way, but you never know when a prairie dog's gonna pop itself out of a hole.
Yes. Well, I assume that its value was not known to Hyperion as well, otherwise they probably would have put it with the more valuable items. And honestly, that's the way I want to keep it. So I
Very
assume
well.
they're not going to follow us, considering they have much, much, much more dire business ahead of them.
Yes, so I guess the sooner we get this poker chip to the table, the quicker they can carry on with the bargaining. And I turn around and start to walk out, trip over one of the cats as I do, look for it, mumble a little bit, then I head towards my cabin.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, back up on the bridge. So, what do you think we were transporting for? It must have been pretty valuable if we were coming all this way to shooting people, risking our lives for it. I mean, kind of excited to find out, aren't you?
Really, as long as we get paid, I don't care too much. And as the heat from the stealth thing started up, Fahar takes his like mechanic suit and zips it halfway down, and then ties the sleeves around. And he's like, I guess, as long as we get paid, it'll be all right. And he like taps you on the shoulder, and then he heads off like he's gonna go down to the engine room or whatever. And then he starts mumbling to the ceiling as he goes.
You got somewhere to be?
Well, I just, I'm gonna start like. I guess we have time. I was gonna do, yeah.
I just wanted to ask. You've told me like a lot of crazy stories over the years, man. But I didn't take all that, too seriously. But you seemed really into that back there. You seemed like you were having a good time with all that, and that kind of freaked me out, brother. Can we just talk about that? What's going on?
Sure. That's the kind of thing that happens. They always tried to keep me in the engine room and out of the way, but many times we were boarded by a patrol, or I'd get caught up in the scrum of it. So, but
I guess that makes sense.
never had to shoot anybody in the neck. Are you good?
We're gonna talk about that.
Hey, Fahar's not laughing.
Yeah, that was a little weird, man. That was a little weird. I don't feel like good about that, actually. I'm sure it was worth it for whatever it is we're carrying, but I haven't told you like the whole thing, Fahar, and I don't think I'm gonna now. We'll talk about it sometime over a drink or something, but I don't like pulling the trigger quick like that. You know, I like to really think about the consequence of what I'm about to do, but back there, I don't know what happened, man. Something came over me and I just reacted. I didn't think. I guess spending too much time with Dahlia. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it paid off. You saved me, and
Well,
so you know. I mean,
you were doing.
yeah. Except they had armor, and he quick snaps his power glove on. And he's like, and this didn't do anything against the armor. I don't usually. I've never really fired a gun, so. And Dahlia keeps talking to me about it, but it just doesn't seem. It's not me.
It's not me either, brother. I don't like it any more than you do. But yeah, I mean, hey, I guess you're right. You're still alive, and that's what matters to me. So I guess I'll just say it was for the greater good, or whatever people say at times like this. I don't know.
I'm the greater good. He says it. He kind of gets all like proud and blustering because he was starting to get a little verklempt as you got serious, and then he's like, you know, well, I'm worth saving, and then then he puts the power glove on your shoulder, and it's like,
ow, shit, dude.
Sorry, man. And he like chink snaps it to his hip and was like, I'm gonna go check on the cryo chambers, make sure we're all up to spec.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some fresh air.
All right.
And I'm gonna go up to the Arboretum. Is anyone up in the Arboretum?
Dahlia's probably there examining her wound, trying to decide if it's actually worth going to the med lab for to get it fixed up, or if she can just kind of patch it up herself.
Where were you shot? I don't remember.
I don't think we specified. It wouldn't have been an arm. It was probably in the leg. She probably took a thigh wound, or So, it's a flesh wound. So yeah, she's kind of sitting there, and she's kind of poking at it a little bit, through, and she'll probably pull out a couple of bandages, I guess, and just kind of slap them on there and close the rope.
Poke my head up the ladder. We have a ladder to get up to the Arboretum, so poke my head and kind of periscope around, and then see Dahlia, and be like, "Whoa!" Hop up the ladder, run over, like, "Are you okay? Do you need to go to the med lab?"
No, it's fine. It's through and through. No major vessels. It'll heal up.
Okay. All right, sure. You know better than me.
It'll heal.
And Marco's going to let kind of an awkward amount of silence pervade for a while. Like kind of one of those rocking back and forth, like don't know what to say things. And then settle on just kind of sitting down, like, cross-legged on the ground. So...
First time killing somebody?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Because... she doesn't even say that. She just kind of looks at you, cocks and eyebrows. It was him? Or it was you? Or it was Fahar, or it was the captain, or it was Zoe, or it could have been me. But we'll leave the last one off. You have to... It comes with the truth. It comes with the work. And either you stay on the ship, or if you're going to be out there, you carry a gun for a reason. If you didn't want to use it, you wouldn't carry it. That's why I made you learn how to use it.
I know. I'm better at running away from stuff. Really fast, normally. That's what I
Well,
specialize
thank you for
in.
not running away.
Ever.
Thank you for not running away.
Does it make me a coward if I told you I thought about it?
No, that makes you a normal person. Everybody wants to run away. Nobody wants to get into a firefight.
Because I had a good
That's how
minute
you-
there where I really considered just bailing, but I didn't. And that's... I guess I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. That's kind of new for me.
It means that you're willing to put yourself at risk for others.
Well, I always knew that. I mean, I told you, where I came from, they told you, where I grew up in the flotilla, it was trust the icons, trust the crew, trust yourself, in that order. So I trust all of you implicitly. I don't really trust the icons that much, honestly. I pray to them because that's what I was taught to do, but I don't really hear them the way Eliab and Fahar do. And I sure as hell don't trust myself. But I trust the rest of you guys, and I think that's the only reason I didn't run.
What are you doing behind the wheel of a starship if you don't trust yourself?
That's a great question.
If you don't
There's a
trust
reason-
yourself and you don't trust
ahead.
the icons, then who the hell is piloting?
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm scared every time I get behind the helm of that thing, Dahlia. That's just the truth. I'm scared, but I feel better knowing that you're working the guns. I feel better
scared
knowing
every
Fahar is running the engines. I even weirdly feel better knowing that Zoe is controlling whatever the hell Zoe does. I trust you guys more than me.
Well, we have to trust you to fly this ship. Seems a little counterintuitive that we trust you more to fly this ship than you trust yourself to fly this ship.
I couldn't agree more. That's the way it
Scared
is.
is normal. Scared is normal. I'm scared every time I pick up a gun. I'm scared every time I get into a fight. That's fear. That's fear that's normal. That's fear that keeps you alive. It's good to be afraid. It keeps you sharp. It keeps you focused. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't trust yourself. Trust your training. Trust your skills. Do your job.
Well, I guess that's what I wanted to say to you. Thanks. I don't think today would have gone the same way if you hadn't spent all that time with me out on the range and making me fire that fucking pistol over and over again. I don't usually work that way. I can't react the way you do. I can't just act and not think. I think about everything. I'm thinking about every
you
word
did.
I'm saying to you right now, but I did it. You're right. I did it. And that's because of you.
No,
So
it's
thanks.
because you. The same reflexes that make a good pilot, your hands and your eyes, they work together without you thinking it. You don't have to think about how to navigate something coming at you. You just do it. It's the same thing with picking up a gun. You don't think about it. Your eyes and your hands, just do it. All I did was teach you the muscle movements. You practiced, got the muscle memory. Now you just do it. It's the way it works.
My old man could do that. My grandfather could do that. My great granddaddy could do that. And 10 generations of Dartavians before him could do that. But I couldn't do that. I'm not that quick, but with a little bit of time and training, I guess anything's possible. So
You've already done it, Marco. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're saying you can't do it, but you're doing it every single day, every single minute that you're sitting up there in that cockpit, in that seat. You're doing it. To say that you're not doing it is to second guess yourself, and that gets the rest of us killed. The moment you second guess what you're doing, you're going to get us killed. I can't second guess what I'm doing when I sight down that barrel. I have to just do it. If I think about it, I'm already dead, or you're already dead, or somebody else is already dead.
I was just be grateful that didn't happen this time. Pretty touch and go for Fahar that time, honestly. But hey, we're probably gonna jump portal soon, and then we'll be back at Coriolis. And I was wondering, do you just maybe want to, like, I don't know, like do something, maybe like have a drink or something, or I don't know, like a lunch or something on the station, you know, a thing, something to do a thing. We'll just like hang out or something.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll let you know. It's
Right.
yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll let you know.
With that, shift away from this. Speaking of Fahar, where is Fahar?
As I was walking down the gang away, I was kind of mumbling, and as soon as I got out of what I think is earshot, I start talking to the ceiling, and I'm like, "It's okay, icons. We did good today. I'm glad that you were watching over me, and you know, I think all of us. I think we did good. Thank you." And he just kind of strolls his way down into the engine room, and he starts looking over the modules for the stealth system, because he's really upset that they didn't function, and he's starting to think about it, and he starts to go through the routine with Z.3, you know, check this, check that, and then as he reaches up to put a module in, Zed realizes that he's got a bullet wound from where he was hit earlier, like, you know, went right through a flank, and she tells him, you know, it would appear that you have been, you know, wounded. Please report to medical. And Fahar's like, okay. And then all of a sudden you see that, yeah, it hurts. And he just wasn't thinking about it. And so he starts to head towards medical.
Oh, and you hear, you keep walking toward where you know the medical station is, and you just run into Dr. Zelsufi. Oh, hi.
Hi.
I don't think I'm going the right direction. Do you have a chapel on? Maybe you have.
Yeah, we do have a chapel. Do you are you like a doctor, or some kind of other doctor, like just a smart guy?
Why? Oh.
And then he's got his half his suit off, and he kind of like points at, you know.
What? No, unfortunately not. Just you take what he can't. I mean, I know first aid, but that's, I guess lucky.
Okay, well, the chapel's right this way, and Fahar just kind of wanders off, and then he looks at the.
Here.
He's like, I don't really know. They kind of came with the ship.
Well,
and then he looks at the ceiling, and he's like, it's okay. I'll get to it.
There were old ship customs from pre-Third Horizon. Some of the nomad fleets still carried on, but I suppose
That's
it
what
works
Marco
considering the
said.
state we're in. Apparently the cats are good luck.
That's what Marco
Marco
thinks.
Marco is keenly aware of that tradition and seeks to follow through on it.
One of the stranger things is that there's a superstition around cats in specific. I guess that's why they've become so prolific on ships.
Black cat specifically.
Have you ever seen the cats? Have you ever seen a cat look at something they're not supposed to? Look at a wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think they're looking at the icons.
That's a terrible way. That's an optimistic way of looking at it. The superstition goes, you don't bring the cats for good luck necessarily. It's that the cats see things that we can't, and that's why they began bringing them onto ships.
Fahar just totally gets goosebumps.
But I suppose that the way you're looking at it sounds a lot better. Good luck. And I suppose that's how most of the people with ships have them. Also, it keeps people from going mad. You know, space madness, being alone. Good to have a pet.
Okay. Fahar is just totally freaked out. Yeah, well, here's the chapel. I'm gonna go take care of this before.
You don't need any. I mean, I'm not. I suppose you have somebody to look at that.
If nothing else, I got a can of spray skin. It's not too bad of a thing.
I will trust your opinion. If you're not worried, I will be worried.
I put a sonic driver through my hand one time. Okay. Hey, and he says into the chapel, "You guys be nice to the doctor, okay?" And then he wanders off
I
to
don't
the
think I've done anything to anger them.
Well, that's good.
Oh. Icons bless you, Fahar.
And the doctor will go through the process of beginning prayer. And where is our captain? Oh, muted.
Eliab went to his cabin after all had settled down and all that. Closed the door, made sure it was locked behind him, and he goes towards the image of the icon of the faceless that he has in his cabin, since that's the icon he and his family primarily served for generations on end. However, as he begins his prayer time, he moves a little switch and opens up this statuette thing of the faceless one to reveal something else inside there. And then he takes his position and begins to pray and meditate towards the relic that is inside the statue of the faceless one.
And what is this relic? What is it for?
Eliab, many years ago, received a vision after the initial problems that happened when the emissaries first arrived and the accusations of heresies that came forth from there. And he received a revelation during this vision that the emissaries are much, much more than they seem to be. In fact, the emissaries and the icons are more closely related than people seem to realize.
Now, now that you worship, is it prayer? Or has it ever been communication for you?
It's prayer, it's meditation, and at times, shall we say, there has been spiritual contact and communication.
And out here, in the far reaches of the horizon, the reason why people don't go out here that often is they fear the darkness between the stars.
Eliab doesn't have any fear of the darkness because he knows where it has come from.
And in this moment of prayer, out here, away from the spiritual noise that is the core systems, you have that same feeling, that coldness at the same time as and warmth. It's a feeling that puts hair on your back and your neck stand up. And you feel a presence.
You are here. I welcome you.
And you feel that presence getting focused on the relic that you are currently in front of. You feel, wow, there is something here. It doesn't do things like speak to you. That would be far too concrete, but you do have a feeling.
That would be presumptuous on my part to expect that.
Yes. Knowing the voice. Know your station. Be worshipful of the gods. Are feelings that you feel. You know these from basics of tenets of icon worship, but what you feel now is deep emptiness. And then the sensation of being in a crowd with too many people in it. The buzz of voices that meld into one. That become distant. You smell for a brief, before the presence goes away, the smell of cinnamon, of roasting meat, and smoke. And you feel that presence quickly dissipate as you hear a knock on the door in your quarters.
I shake myself from my meditation, quickly run to the emblem of the faceless ones, close it, make sure it's positioned so no one can see the switch that opens it inside, and then I walk to the door. Yes, may I help you?
Oh, yes, Captain. I thought I would see you in the chapel, but I suppose it's the right place. I want to apologize for earlier. I did not want you to think that I was ungrateful for the great good that you've done me. I would still be on that planet. I would probably be put to work by those pirates.
think nothing of it. My concern was not necessarily being upset with you, but maybe a little disappointed that our patron would put our lives at risk for something that maybe didn't seem as valuable as the lives of the crew are to me. If you can understand my meaning.
Yes, of course. It's
But obviously, on further reflection, maybe there's some intrinsic value that me not knowing a lot about that culture, not having a lot of training or experience, maybe what may seem to me as a toy or a game, to me might be the most important thing in the world to someone else.
more to a lot.
So I apologize for my reaction as well.
I suppose it's not. It is a. Well, I understood. You're probably expecting something value, like tech or something. You have what amounts to pieces of foam and plastic.
But obviously, to someone, this is not. For some, this might be just a cheap trinket. For some others, this could be the most valuable gift someone could be given. So,
Well,
I'm not gonna worry my head about it, and you don't need to worry your head about it either.
Yeah. Well, it must be something to Jabal, I guess. Money's money, and making this trip as long as it is, she must have some use for it.
I'm assuming there is, and I'm sure once we reach the final destination, we'll find out. And if we don't, I'm sure something will happen along the line.
Well, apparently we should be reading the Portal Pro Station soon. I should probably prepare myself.
Yeah.
Get that food.
It'll be soon. Time for us to hit that portal soon. We should all start making our preparations now.
I have a question.
Certainly.
Do you put the cats in there?
In where?
They say no living thing is meant to be awake, conscious. When you go through portal, do you have to put the cats in there?
The cats, for some reason, and I don't really understand it myself either. To me, they're more of a nuisance and a bother, but I understand the need for the crew to have them around. But it seems like, just between you and me, it seems like the cats seem to have their own little sense of what's going on, and they seem to keep themselves protected well enough to make it through. Because I'll put it this way. I've not seen any bodies of any dead cats around after we made one of these jumps. So these cats evidently, either we've not used up all of their 9 lives yet, or they know what they're doing.
Well, that's comforting. I would imagine it's a lot of trouble to find cats on a ship and right before you're going through a portal. And then they don't say word for where, certainly.
Yeah. Exactly. And let's just say I've tried to keep a track on how many are roaming around here, and I keep losing track so many times it makes my head spin.
Well, I've certainly taken up a lot of your time, and I imagine that you
Not a problem.
probably might make your own preparations. I know a lot of people do.
So, looks like we need. Looks like by the time on the wall, looks like we need to start getting things ready. So, I suppose let the preparations begin.
Yeah, it never gets any easier going through those things. Go through it.
No. Been through many, and every time it almost feels like it's the first time by the time anything's done.
Okay, and that's where we'll fade out. We'll go back to.
And I turn away, go back in the room. Bless his little old heart.
All right, as ours, unless anyone has any urgent business, we will skip forward to imminent arrival at the portal station.
Ooh, I'm praying my little head off down at the chapel before we go and do this.
Okay. These portals are not human-made, and they require... Each portal has a station that is meant to give out data. The portals are not simply a wormhole that you go through. They are chaotic. They are unpredictable. Going through them takes a lot of math that even the largest computers. And if you don't get that right, there are often dire consequences. Ships aren't seen, spit out right on the other side of the portal and tumble into the sun. And sometimes they take on passengers that are best not spoken about. So, going to a portal station is not a toll booth. That's what the stasis chambers are for. You are meant to be unconscious. Because if you are awake when you go through the portals, your mind and your body will be torn apart. You will go mad in the worst cases, or die. And so, despite the brightness of the sun, which the portals rotate around, you get a glimpse of a silhouetted portal station. And you expect the normal amount of traffic. There is very little traffic. This is a frontier system. Only the most desperate traders come out here. But what you do see is an unwelcome sight. You see what appears to be a large Legion battleship. And upon closer inspection of your sensors, blocking out the intense glare of the sun, which takes up almost all of the visual range. It's of a design that you know very well now. There's the same markings as that ship that you left adrift. And that's that feeling that you feel your stomach just bottom out. Because the amount of time it takes for sensors, for the portal station to calculate the safest route, you would have to sit for a couple hours. What do you think that ship is going to let you have? Do you think your stealth drive is going to pass scrutiny for hours from a ship that is maybe guarding, or is waiting to catch any ship that escaped the car?
You're basically giving us a "do you feel lucky" punk right now. And I do not.
Not so far. You go within sensor range, the long distance sensors, and nothing is amiss.
Oh, do we have like an alert? Like, are we all aware that this is happening?
No, just you. You're probably the one that's most getting prepped for it, because you are the one that has to pilot the ship, get it ready for Otto to like coast through.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the comms then. Everybody, we have a situation here. I need everyone on the bridge right now.
Eliab heads straight up to the bridge. Marco normally doesn't say something like this unless it's something really, really serious.
So, remember those guys we left behind back on Menkor?
Mm-hmm. Looks like we got big brother and sister waiting for us.
Cap, I'm good, but I don't know if I can get by that thing.
Dahlia will put a hand on Marco's shoulder and bend down and very quietly say, either you do or we die. Trust yourself.
So it's
And
us
then
or
she'll
them.
step back. It always is.
You've got what it takes, Marco. You've always had what it takes to do this. Now you get to show us.
We can't outgun it. We can outrun it, right?
Exactly.
Marco's going to sit down at the console at the pilot station and kind of start cycling, kind of doing his ritual, flicking switches, pressing buttons, trying to get it right to his satisfaction. And Eliab and Dahlia, you can both see that Marco's kind of spiraling right now. The panic is coming over him completely, and he's not doing anything right now. He's just pressing buttons and switches, and he's spinning his wheels, and he's freaking the hell out.
Dahlia is in preparation for getting into the stasis for the portal jump. She's wearing a shawl that again is embroidered, very finely embroidered, with all the different representations of the dancer. And she'll take the shawl off and give it a flick of the wrist and drape it over his shoulders, over Marco's shoulders, and then she will go over to the gunner station, and as she does, she passes Fahar. I'd like to get us some mines next time we have a little cash, and then takes her position at the gunner station.
Eliab reaches into a pocket and pulls out a little vial of whatever the equivalent of olive oil is in this area of the universe, takes some out, dabs some on his finger, touches Marco's forehead and say, may the blessing of all the icons be upon you. May their blessings give you strength, give you guidance, give you clarity, and give you the courage to do what must be done. What you can do, what you shall do, and what you must do. And he anoints him and then goes to his station.
That is a gesture that would normally put Marco off a lot, but in this context, it's actually kind of welcome. And he doesn't sass you or give you any bullshit. Gives you just, doesn't say anything, but a quiet, kind of appreciative nod.
So,
But Haro put his hands on his shoulders and kind of give him a couple of squeezes. He's leans in. Besides, the icons told me you're fine. You got this. And then he stands up back after saying that and kind of side eyes Eliab, hoping he didn't hear me. What Eliab has scolded me for blaspheming before, and then he says, and I'll have a stasis chamber ready for you. Just close it, hit the button inside, and you're good.
Okay.
The doctor's up there as well, and just wait. What are we doing?
We're about to go really fast. You might want to strap in.
What you? The point at the portal that's somehow brighter than the sun itself. That.
Yes, we need to get past this and get to the portal.
We don't.
Would you like me to put you in a stasis pod? You can sleep through it.
Yeah. Yes.
Dahlia will take him and get him slapped into a stasis pod ASAP and come back
Toss a
and take
cat
the gunner station.
Toss a
If she
cat
can
in
find
with
a
him.
cat, if she can find a cat, oh look, here, good luck.
Here, catch.
Here's some company.
All right. So if I have what, you're gonna try and just do a blind jump through there.
We got to get by that ship. So I think the plan is I am going to hope that I can do the best goddamn flying I've ever done in my life and get past that thing and hop that portal.
Yeah. The ship itself, is probably not the thing. It's that portal.
Yeah.
Most likely, if you go, it can't follow, or it won't follow.
Yeah.
So that basically means.
But if we sit here, we're dead.
You do your calculations, and you, at the last second, have to make it to your stasis chambers, all of you. And just hope that you wake up on the other side. Because you won't know until that moment where this stasis chamber awakens you whether or not your calculations were good enough. Or it's going to be a real quick trip if you're fortunate. And you get closer.
Light this candle.
I would like you to make a sensors roll.
Me?
Anyone. Maybe, it's
normally Zoe's thing.
I'll have Fahar roll the sensors roll. Or the roll that you would normally, just to make sure that the system itself doesn't sputter out.
Okay.
Okay. You're approaching a sun.
There it is.
Good.
Nice. Nice.
Nicely.
To the ship, where you can see, instead of the silhouette, you start seeing lights as you pass by it. And with your current trajectory and acceleration, you will pass by it before they have a chance to launch torpedoes and chase after you. You can outrun this thing. It's slow, it's powerful, but it's slow. As you get closer, the bright humming and chaotic patterns of the portal get closer and become to take more estate in your viewfinder. And you feel, when you get close to a portal, you can feel it. That maybe it's something we weren't supposed to use. But we do. That's why we have the stasis pods. And I'm gonna have Marco make that blind jump. So, it is a negative. To make this blind jump, you would have, without any help, you have a -3. But you have a chapel on board.
Right.
And a priest.
And a preacher.
Yeah, preacher. But with that last communication, I'm gonna let you have that one. So it's gonna be, you're gonna be rolling that with a -1, which is not the worst.
Is this a pilot roll, or is there?
It is a pilot roll.
Okay.
Part of piloting is math as well as reflexes.
Yeah. So normally I would have 96 just from being awesome. I lose 1.
You lose 1.
Okay. 8d6.
Make it up.
It's been an honor serving beside all of you.
Don't go bad.
And it will continue to be.
Ooh.
Got 1.
All you need is 1.
Marco's got one hand on the throttle, one hand clutching
Into the
Dahlia's
stasis,
shawl.
dude.
Into the stasis.
Like white knuckle clutching on that shawl as I gun the accelerator forward.
And you hope that your numbers have correct as you head to the.
Yeah, I'm gonna and immediately haul ass.
Yeah, everyone
run.
goes to stasis.
We gotta go, y'all.
You make the check. You are the last person to arrive. As you commence the usual, someone had to stay awake just in case for you. As you started, as you go to, but for Dahlia, it takes a second longer for you to go unconscious and ready. And before darkness takes you, you see something in the corner of your eye right before you go under. And you see a hand pressing on the stasis chamber, and you recognize that hand. And it's Nadia just looking at you like eyes. Before you
The
go
last
under.
thing she does, just as she's going under, she's trying to put her hand up against the glass to press it against where Nadia's hand is resting. And when she wakes up, there will be tears leaking from her eyes.
And before you go under,
If she wakes up.
she whispers. It's not so much whisper, but mouths words you can understand. Be careful. As you all go unconscious, and you wake up. Not sure if it's a dream or not, but you're all here. The ship is still intact. And everything's okay. What do you do afterwards?
Marco falls out of his stasis chamber as soon as possible. Falls out of stasis chamber, hits the ground on his knees, and is full hyperventilating. Completely not here right now, like full panic attack. Just.
Are
Chamber
the
open.
stasis?
Oh, go ahead. Oh, Fahar, he's been doing this his whole life, practically. And then he sees Marco. He's like, dude, you okay? You okay? He kind of like starts rubbing his back. Like,
Marco's glasses have fallen off. In this, as he's like rubbing his face, his orange glasses fall off, and he wipes his eyes and is like desperately feeling around for his glasses, trying to find them and keeping his eyes covered. trying to find his glasses. Kind of Velma from Scooby-Doo, a little bit.
Slide them over, put them in his hand.
He keeps his eyes covered as he puts the glasses back on. And you see that he's crying, obviously. I didn't think that was going to work.
We're here.
We're here. We're all here.
And Bahar will start checking the other chambers.
Eliab comes out. You did it just like I told you you could do it.
And as soon as Iliab says that, Marco's attitude and face changes, and he's like, it was never in doubt. Come on.
Well, Dr. Ginton, well, apparently your luck has not run out yet. That was, well, not to be in one piece. I'm gonna go get somebody a drink. I suppose we all do.
Where's Dahlia?
Oh, you're fine.
Dahlia is still in her stasis chamber. I'm assuming it's big enough where you can roll over onto your side or kind of curl up a little bit. She's. Are these things soundproofed? I mean, if somebody were in a stasis chamber screaming, would you be able to hear them?
Part of the thing is just open MSCs.
Oh, they open automatically?
Yeah.
She's just. Did Marco give her the scarf back before he jumped in?
I was just about. I still have it. I was just about to, but you go ahead and do your thing first.
Yeah. No, she's kind of curled up with her eyes closed, and you probably heard the end of her screaming Naj's name, but you might have only just heard Ja. And she's just curled up. And eventually she'll just kind of take a deep breath, wipe her eyes, stood up, and good job, Marco, and we'll walk away back towards her quarters.
Hey,
for anyone
Dahlia.
that
She'll
I'm gonna walk
stop,
up
but she
behind,
won't
kind
turn
of
around.
like put a hand on your shoulder. Hey,
And she just freezes. She tenses up. Every muscle is tight, and the tension, where she's like on edge.
oh, hey. Sorry. And I'm gonna I had the shawl with me the whole time on my shoulders, and I'm gonna take it off and hand it over and say, I think you dropped this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. And she doesn't ever turn around to look at you. She just walks towards her quarters.
And after that, you hear Zoe on the comms. It's like, there's a message for the ship.
Put it through.
And it's from Zoma Cabral. We'll just say, it's Marco's friend, someone that set you up with the job. Your contact with Jabral. And it's like, she looks concerned. So I hope this gets to you in time. I don't know if for you to go all the way out there and find nothing, but the job's called off. Just head back home. I don't know if I can talk to her about getting your fuel expenses paid off, because this was her job, but we can't. There's no contact anymore.
Marco kicks a stasis pod with full force and says, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Go crying out loud.
They
Okay.
found your contact, Dr. Sophie. And this is the company who killed him. So there's no job So
who-
hopefully this gets
who
to you
is
in time
that?
where you don't go too far out.
What the?
And that's in the message.
What kind of scurvy hound do we have in here?
And
Did we
that's
all hear? Did we all hear this?
no, whoever
You said it was my
Opened it.
friend, right? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna then turn
But I
to
mean,
that
I mean,
stasis.
you could have just like, it's for the ship and for you, everyone. So if anyone
Right,
was
but I
there-
mean, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna turn to that stasis pod where the good doctor is, and turn to Eliab and Fahar. I think Dahlia already left, but and say, "We got duped. That doctor is a stowaway. That is not our contact. We got lied to."
Is he
That's not-
Fahar like kind of like slides up on the stasis chamber and sees if he's still in there?
nope, he left.
Son of a bitch.
And so
Might I suggest we track that mangy hound down right now and find out who the blue blazes he actually is?
and Zoe comes up on the comm and just says, "I've monitored the ship as soon as I heard. I can't find him." And that's where we'll end.
Son of a.
Thank you.
Oh, you're getting airlocked, bro. As soon as I get off you. Oh.
Oh,
Going all this,
then.
going all this way for some TV props and a stowaway, you bastard.
You can airlock him after Dahlia gets done with him.
Oh.
you're gonna find.
There will not. Yeah, whatever pieces are left of him, we can airlock him.
You're
But
assuming that. You're assuming
Julie with
that
the shit that
that's when she's done with it.
Oh.
Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks crew for dealing with the bullshit. I put you through terrible portals, fake like TV prop
Blind
artifacts, and a
Najee, you had to bring her into this. You had to
Had to
bring
bring
Najee.
Nadia.
I will I'll tell you after what. It's something. It was a part of the boon that they gave last time.
Can I just say that
Oh.
that blind portal jump was one of the most tense moments I've ever had?
It's bad. If you fail, it's bad. I will tell you. It's
Yeah, you fail
awful.
that, it gets bad.
Oh, but yeah, thank you everybody. Thanks for doing. Yeah. How do you feel? How's?
Oh, Shauna.
Claire, how you doing? How you give us the how you feeling?
Well, that was a
and
bit of a
I can-
roller coaster. That was a bit of a roller coaster. Thanks, Sean. I needed that.
Wow.
I'm gonna kill
So
that
it
guy.
was, why did I get on this ride kind of roller coasters?
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me to shoot to shoot without thinking, Dahlia, because that's exactly what I'm gonna do when I find that bastard.
Emotional whiplash. Whoop-ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, boy.
Glad I brought wine.
Oh, Trace. Oh, let's. Now that we're in the car, a little bit of time to give our.
Yeah.
We can find everyone on this lovely crew before next week. Whatever happens. We start with Cleric. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Processing does not compute. Doing okay. I've kind of got a 404 going on in my head right now. It's wow. That was intense, Shauna. Thank you. That was intense. That ship-to-ship combat. That's something else. That is something else. I mean, you're rolling a bunch of die. We're rolling 8, 9, 10 d6s and coming up with 1 or 2 6s, and that's
Yeah, the system is
Wow.
very. It can be very swinging with crits because it's like
yeah.
it could be very low, or you could do what Marco did in the first session, roll super high and someone dies.
Yep.
Feast
Wow,
or
crazy.
famine.
Yep. That's intense. This was great. This was so great. So much good stuff happened. So much good stuff. Thank you. Hi, I'm Kat. I'm at Cleric of Court, and I play games on the internet with my friends. And sometimes my friends do things like this to me, Shauna.
You can
Where you
blame
can
you can blame Charlie and any number of DMs on this thing because I learned from these.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. Where will I be next? Friday at 5:30 Eastern. I will be on Stalwart Initiative doing a 5e one shot. We're doing an all UA one shot. I'm going to be playing a Twilight Domain cleric from the Court of the Gloaming because that sounded really fun. And then let's see. This Sunday is the 31st, which means Meat Grinder. Yes. Matt Marshall is our DM. You have until midnight Eastern tonight to get those applications in on the Discord. Go sign up. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be more Fate bullshittery as Lydia takes us through it. So go sign up. And if you're not ready to do it this month, there'll be another one next month, and we look forward to having you. So check out the Discord and check out that Meat Grinder channel. We will be raising money for Great Ormond Children's Hospital, Great Ormond Street Hospital. If you're familiar with J.M. Barrie and Peter Pan, you'll know what we're talking about. But that's who we're going to be raising some money for this time. So if you're not playing, come out, watch, donate. It is a great organization that we're raising money for, and we would love to see you there. Thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah, they're delighted. Thank you for playing with us. Having the last second art stuff. And Colin, our very, very accomplished pilot / sharpshooter, apparently. How you doing?
All that time in the range. How am I doing? Not great. I didn't expect Marco to have a vengeance side quest, but here we are. I'm gonna blow that guy's head off. Marco's gotten a taste. He's got blood in the water now, and found out he's actually pretty handy with a pistol. So, although I kind of want Eliab to go at him with the old shock stick before that, because I'm pissed at this guy right now. Should have known. We're getting freaking props. Come on now. Although I guess granted Marco didn't know about that, but anyway, that was intense. Can I just say, guys, blind portal jump, holy shit, that was intense. But the most beautiful thing of this for me tonight was everyone giving Marco a pep talk before the blind portal jump. That was so delightful. Thank you so much. I really felt that. When Dahlia gave me the shawl, I physically felt like a hug around me during that. That was great. Crew bonding, I needed it, and crew bonding is good for everyone. You should have given me an extra die for that shawl. We'll talk about that later.
Got it.
Anyhow, I am Colin. I too play games on the internet with my friends, and these are all my friends, and this is awesome. I am at Colonomicon on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, all those places. It's all the same thing. Coming up, let's see, next Tuesday, Coriolis. I have a session 0 this Friday for something I can't talk about yet, and then Tuesday, back here for Coriolis, and then next Friday, back on Master the Game, doing our Wild Mount campaign, which, oh man, the first session was the most fun thing ever, where I'm playing Sir Nicodemus of Icehaven. He is a self-appointed knight, so he decided he's a Sir one day. Who is just a ridiculous old alcoholic grandpa, and he's the guy I described as libertarian Santa Claus. So he's an absolute. Oh, I got Cat mid-swing. Yes. Libertarian Santa Claus had a great time with a drunk teenager in the last episode. There's going to be more shenanigans this time. You definitely got to check it out. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. And I want to give one last shout out to my dad, who I think is actually watching, but you guys may not have known this, but has actually been with us the entire time, because when I was designing this costume, I wanted to incorporate, Marco comes from a family of pilots, and I wanted to incorporate that. So this patch right here is actually my father's actual Navy unit badge. from when he was in the U.S. Navy, and I wanted to incorporate that into the character. So it's really good that you can't tell what it is that easily, but it is a penguin. No one please ask me about a penguin in character. That'll be confusing, but shout out to Sean McNamara if you're watching. Thank you for providing me with this excellent costume piece. And yeah, it's been wonderful. I have so many feels that I need to go process, but thank you for the journey, Shauna. This was fantastic. And thank you to everyone. Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. And our creature communicates with the darkness. KOI, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, although I'd have to say that Eliab right now is about as angry as a snapping turtle that just had his fish taken away from him and wants to clamp onto something so hard that even if you cut his head off, it's still going to hold on to you for another 24 hours. But anyway, had great fun. Actually got some decent rolls for a change. got them when we needed them, so had a lot of fun with that. Otherwise, Cleric by day, RPG Fanboy by night on my Twitch channel Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Adjust your time zones accordingly is my weekly Skyrim serial. We're in the midst of a story, The Fang and the Claw, where a Dunmer Templar Knight is fighting the battle against a vampire lord that wants to take over all of Tamriel. And then Saturday nights at 7 p.m. is Grappler's Keep, where a number of DMs, GMs, and RPG players from across the Twitch universe compete in our own WWE 2K20 universe that in a ring we affectionately call the Dice Tray. Last week we had a lot of controversy as the rising faction, the Black Roses Society, attacked the current reigning men's Master of Melee champion, and we're going to see what happens as a result of that, and they may not like the results. Stay tuned.
Ooh.
And our icon worshipping engineer, who
Graybeard at Graybeard's Tavern, and GB is much more confused and frustrated and whatnot. Fahar's just kind of like, he would literally at one point, as everyone got so angry, he would have said, "So we're not going to get paid?" Question mark. But like I said, as a player, oh my god, that jump was amazing. I was waiting for any number of horrible things to happen, and it was played beautiful. I love the ghost from the past for Dahlia. Oh my god, that's fantastic. And I really did actually get goosebumps when we were talking about the ghost cat weirdness with the doctor. So I was like, okay, freaked out. So good. I'm kind of between projects. This is that weird short season and stuff. So I've got a couple of projects offline that are simmering, and when I can announce them, I'll announce them. But next time you can see me is this Sunday, 10 a.m. at my own channel, Graybeard Tavern, no S, and I will, play with all my good fun toys, and we play Darkest Dungeon. We're in the end game of Darkest Dungeon, and it's so intense because characters die, and they're characters who we've been playing on the channel for a year, and a lot of them are actual people who are in the audience. Their character is there, and it's an unforgiving roguelike that just slaughters people. So things are intense. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Graybeard Tavern here on Twitch. And really, that and this is all I've got right now. But keep an eye on my Twitter because the schedule will fill in.
Hey, can we shout out Megan?
Yeah. And Megan could not be here, but in our hearts, Zoe, the ship AI, and you're the person that keeps things right. So we can't believe next week we'll have her back.
I'll give a shout out to her. I'll give a shout out to her games because Megan's Session Zero card deck game is awesome, and you should buy it. It's really cool. It's really,
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
I've used that a number of times.
Yeah,
And it's
definitely look into it. It's totally worth your time.
It is the best. But I am Shauna Flying Cirrus on Twitter, where I do art and the games I play through. Art-wise, you can see some on the this channel on the for Friday's Masks game. There's Next Door and The Wall on Monday. And for games, they have it's on Saturday for Wandering DMs for Black Flag. It's a pirate powered by the Apocalypse, and where I play a witch that very much wants to release her love, which is a terrifying demon. So hey. And that's it for me. But thanks for everyone watching. Thanks for viewers that are watching on YouTube. Feel free to leave us a comment about it. And before we go, we will be rating LFM for their rebroadcast of their Veiled Alliance finale, which is DM'd by Delta5, who DMs the Seawall game, which is awesome. And this campaign's awesome. We'll leave you with that. So, good night, and don't let the darkness from the stars get you. Later.